Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do a video on my new Axial SCX10. This is a 1/10 scale trail truck, or trail rig, or whatever you want to call it. The purpose is to make a truck that looks to scale as a real truck. And so far I think they did a pretty good job. So what I'm going to do is give you the pros and cons on this kit, and let's get into it. This is the stock factory body. I just painted it all white, nothing special. I was going to do some fancy stuff with an airbrush, and then decided I'm not really going to use this body, so I did away with it. I painted up another body that I thought would look better with it, but the wheelbase wasn't quite where I wanted it. But I'll go ahead and show it to you. There you go. This is the 70 Chevy short wheelbase Proline body. This is the Proline scale KC highlighters, or the the trail lights. Didn't do much to this yet. As you can see, there's still some paint bleed, a little paint bleed around the edges there. But if you've watched my other video where I painted one just like this, what I do is I take real thin pinstriping for an actual car, and I run around the line to give it a to break the blue from the white, a little bit of a difference there, plus to cover up the paint bleed. I also come up with a way to mount the truck without putting the posts through the hood or the bed. And this is how I've done it. You can get these little Velcro squares at just about any hobby store, or at your Walmart, or anything like that. So what I did was I took, and usually the body posts have a round knob on the top of them. I took and I cut that knob off. I took the leftover pieces of the polycarbonate, or the Lexan, from around the body that I cut off. I cut little squares the same size as the Velcro. Then I drilled a hole down through the center of them with short screws, and then put them down in there. And actually the screws that I used were extra from this kit. So that's how I did that. I remounted the battery position where this is an optional battery position. It's usually they want you to mount it back here. Well, I mounted it up here. This little box right here is where the receiver goes. I'm using a Novak Rooster Crawler ESC. I'm using a Novak 55 turn motor. Everything is stock so far. We'll be doing some upgrades to it. The transmission on this comes with a slipper. Front and rear differentials come with locks to make them both positive traction. You have two different ways that you can build these shocks. This is the shock with the reservoir look. This is not an actual functioning reservoir. It's just a piece of plastic that you screw on there. It gives it that reservoir shock look. They are threaded bodies, so you could put preload. If you'll notice, there's more preload on the front than there is in the back. There's like none in the back, but there's quite a bit, a little over quarter inch in the front. That's for when I put the battery up here. It does squat it down in the front, but I wanted that level look once the body's on it. So I'm using a HS645 MG servo. Some guys the Hand Brothers, I think that's the name of the company, makes a kit where you could take your servo, instead of running it this way, it will actually be up in the frame, and it will run this way with the arm pointing down like this. and then you can take your link and put it up on the servo arm. That way the servo will turn like this, giving it more of a real truck look, or more of a scale look. You know, instead of seeing the servo, all you'll see is the link going up and under the frame. Okay, now let's get into the pros about this kit. The scale frame, it's a metal frame with plastic add-ons. Everything else is plastic, except for the links and the aluminum bead locks. The tires are a very scale look. They're Proline flat irons. The rims are a nice 8-hole design. This center cap actually threads on to the, you put the nut on, and then the cap here, the center cap, threads on the leftover thread sticking out through the axle. As you can see, I've done the brushed look once again on the bead locks. I did not like the green anodized. I took, instead of having my antenna stick up through the bed of the truck, or the body of the truck, all I did was I got a short antenna tube. I threaded the antenna through. I ran it down, put the cap on. As you can see, I cut the bottom of the cap off to get extra little O-ring type things to hold it on. I took then and started bending the antenna as I took a lighter and put right in here, just enough to where it would bend. That way the antenna runs back through here, and then I just simply took a zip tie and put around that X-brace. The foes about this kit are, just like I said before, just about everything is plastic. I believe all the little ball ends in the shocks, in the links, everywhere where there's a ball end that gives you the swivel, that little piece that goes in the shock, all those on this kit are plastic. You can get a set of the metal ones, like off the Axial website, or you could get them like off of eBay really cheap, or something like that. So far, I really like this kit. I mean, it's done wonders for what I've been doing with it. I haven't been doing much crawling with it because it's not a crawler. It's more of a trail truck, just for riding through trails and slight crawling. I do see a lot of potential as a scale truck for this kit. My upgrades, I plan to get the metal ball ends. I'm going to get the Proline Western style bumpers, front and rear. I'm going to get the scale winch that I think it's 3 something Racing makes. I can't remember right now. Or they make a Proline plastic winch if I don't want to go to a 3-channel setup. As a lot of you know, seen my videos before, I like to run a TQ3 setup with a receiver and transmitter. I did not do that on this one. I came across a high-tech aggressor. It's a 2-channel. It comes in a kit with the transmitter and the receiver, and 2 I think they're HS311 servos, which I think they're only 50 or 55 ounce servos, so they really wouldn't work good for this. But the old standby of the 645 works great. So I think that'll about do it for this one. If you got any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.